Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Peter Oluoch is my name, stock market researcher and investor, and also a cryptocurrency researcher and investor. I talk to people a lot about the stock market. I talk to people a lot about cryptocurrency. I talk to people a lot about savings, about investing, about growing money in the stock market. Today's topic is this: get rid of unnecessary expenditures in your life. Get rid of unnecessary things that you don't need in your life. Things that are consuming your money, but you really don't need them, or you can substitute them. Again, a message from Jean Chaki. She says that you should save $10 per day. One of the things Jean Chaki says is that if you can't afford a car, leave it away. Throw it away. Use public transport. Public transport is very cheap. Public transport is very cheap. But most of us, and I have friends who they can't afford, but they have it. And these guys are ever broke. My question is, if you can't afford, why are you driving? You can't afford to fuel your car. Why are you driving? Why don't you use a public means? That's the message of Jean Chaki. If you can't afford, instead of going to unnecessary loans, and Kenyans love loans a lot. It's a pandemic. They will borrow loans from the SACCO, they will borrow from the bank, they will borrow from the loan apps, they will borrow from Fuliza, they will borrow from friends, they will borrow from church, they will borrow everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, living a life of borrowing is not good. Jean Chaki says, pay all your debts and don't borrow, stop borrowing. And secondly, some of these things, if you can't afford it, public transport is there. If it's a special occasion and you want to appear executive, you can use Uber. But putting yourself in some things that you may not necessarily afford, and you are straining to afford, you are straining to please your friends, is unnecessary. Instead, what does he say? Save that money, invest that money, grow that money. Once you are financially fit, where you are no longer struggling, then you can buy some of these luxuries. But otherwise, avoid as much luxury as possible. So what else does she say? She says, let me quote for you, get rid of a car. There probably is, if you dig down deep and consider it, another less expensive way of you to get back and forth to work each day. By going without a car for a while, you could save the cost of paying for the car itself, maintenance fee, its upkeep, gasoline, auto insurance, and parking. These things can be very expensive. So you must be loaded to be able to afford these things on a daily basis. If you can't afford these things on a daily basis, wachana nayo. Leave them out. Use public transport. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the topic for today. It is more on reducing the expenses that you may not necessarily need. You can do without. Thank you. And together, let's reduce our expenses. Let's save more money. Let's build our capital base. Let's invest more. And let's grow towards the journey to financial freedom. If you are new here, please subscribe. If you are not in our Telegram group, join our Telegram group. If you are not in our VIP classes, join the VIP classes. That's where I teach people in details the principle of compounding. Otherwise, thank you. Have a nice time and see you in the next video. Remember to join the August classes. Together, let's save, let's invest, let's grow wealth. Thank you so much.